Hey guys, it's Richard, the CEO of Altfins here. Today I'll review two trade setups, Uniswap and Compound. These also happen to be a couple of well-established projects. Recall that Uniswap is the largest decentralized exchange, or DEX, and Compound is among the three largest DeFi lending platforms. So it's always good to have projects with sound underlying fundamentals. It really reduces the risk of some catastrophic losses. Speaking of fundamentals, we have begun publishing fundamental research this year, and our last three picks were Lido, Ethereum, and STEPN, and those are up 100%, 40%, and 10% respectively since our research reports were published a couple of months ago. And in fact, we just released a research report on DeFi lending names that looks at some of the top players, but also some emerging smaller players that could be massive gainers over time. So if you don't have it, please email us. It's a must read. I think some of these names need to be in your portfolio. All right, let's move on to the two trade setups, Uniswap and Compound. Let's go ahead and go to the screener. And in fact, these are curated chart setups, so you could find them actually on Curated Charts as well. And as I mentioned, one of them was Uniswap. And actually, even before I do that, notice that we've got quite a few names now that are looking on a near-term basis bullish because they've had some breakouts either through resistance or certain patterns. So take a look at those. Those may help you find some interesting trade setups. Okay, here is Uniswap. And let's take a look. So what I like about Uniswap here is, first of all, we had a really nice falling wedge breakout here, right? The falling wedge that was developing all the way back from March, and we had a breakout just the beginning of July, and that was confirmed by a break above the support. At the time, it was a resistance zone, $7.50. And now it's reached $10 and retraced a bit back to that 200-day moving average. But this chart has not been updated. So if you take a look at the most recent price action, in fact, let's take a look. You'll notice that it's up almost 10% today. And the price is basically back at that $10 level or so, where there is a fair amount of resistance. Let's look back at some history here. As you can see, this level was at various times support or resistance level way back in the beginning of the year. And so it's naturally, again, a level for resistance. So now, if we break above that, I think we're gonna zoom back to the next resistance area, which is 1250 right here. And in fact, if we do that, that will be like a textbook falling wedge breakout scenario. And because typically falling wedge is when you get a breakout, a bullish breakout from falling wedge, it's a trend reversal, typically a trend reversal signal. And as you can see, so far it's playing out to be that. And the other part is that the distance of the breakout is typically as big as the width of the wedge at the beginning of the formation of the pattern. So, let's call it right here in the beginning, the pattern was how wide? About from 1250 to 750 or so $5. Well, that will be basically, or maybe more than that, $5. It's more like $7 or so. So from the level of $5 where the breakout happened, the breakout pattern should complete around 1250. So What I also like about it is that it has now bounced back. As I mentioned, it was rejected initially at $10 resistance. It pulled back. Now it's bounced back off of the 200-day moving average. 200-day moving average tends to serve as either resistance or support. In this case, it appears to be support level. So now we're attacking $10 level again. Again, if we break above that, we think that we could go to $12.50. And as you can see, the trend has already turned around in major ways. The short-term trend is up, medium trend is up, while the long term is still neutral, but this price is well underway for trend reversal. Now, what I will do is I will like to basically be alerted when the price is above $10. So I set an alert, and that will basically alert me to pay attention and perhaps jump on board when that breakout happens, because I think it may go to $12.50 afterwards. The next one I wanted to review, and this one I'm going to look at the watch list. By the way, all of these curated charts that I'm reviewing here are on my watch list, and I recommend that you do that as well. So on the watch list here, I have a lot of these curated chart names. I'll go all the way to the back where we have the compound charts, and let's take a look at the chart right now. Right, it's been kind of bouncing around the $50 level, as you can see. That's, I mean, it's broken below that, you know, in the worst of the crypto winter, but it's really held around the $50 level. It's broken above that, it's slightly broken below that, and broken back above that. But frankly, what I see is here is that, you know, there is consistent buying around that $50 level by the bulls. You know, it's soaking up a lot of the selling, a lot of the supply around these levels have been soaked up and continue to be bought up. And what I see here is that, in fact, when it broke back up above the $50 level, it's successfully retested that level 1, 2, 3 times. That to me says that the buyers really are aggressively or eagerly stepping in at around that $50 support level now. And I think this could be beginning of some potential large move and the revisit of the $100, so basically 100% potential upside from these levels, because the base that it's building around the $50 is quite formidable. So I do like it around the $50 level. It's slightly above that now. It's at 57 or so, which isn't that bad as an entry point. So I would probably buy some here, but also make an alert. Say when it dips below 55, I want to be alerted because I want to buy more. Of course, you could already set here a limit buy order that would allow you to buy it under 55. If it dips below that automatically, you don't have to do it with the alert, but I like to always reassess the situation before I actually enter the trade. And so those are the two interesting trade setups, I think, off of the curated charts. I think that's an excellent tool that you should be using to help you find trading ideas. That wraps up my comments for today. If you have any questions, please email us at invest@altfins.com.